Here we go. Number 18, the last of these block problems. I know you're excited because I'm excited too. So, new component, problem 18. And we're going to click up here. I'm going to click the front face. And guess what? I am making a rectangle that is 8 by 5, as I've done for almost all 18 of these problems. I'm just looking over the drawing. Gotta do some kind of box in here that's a 2 by 2 box. So the box is 2 by 2. Those are the dimensions I'm throwing on there. And it's going to be 3 from either side. It is centered, so you could do 3 on the left or 3 on the right. There we go, 3 on the left. And then to get that rounded bit, we're going to draw a circle right off of that center point. You know it's a center because it's got that triangle going. And draw the circle there. And that's great. Can't hit anything else from this view, so I'm going to go to little house up in the corner, turn that off, the little house, and we are going to extrude this back -4. You could extrude it forward -4 too, like it's the same either way to me. If I was machining this, that makes a difference, but we're not, so don't have to worry too much about that. All right, now we got a lot of stuff to cut out. We got 2 sets of holes to put in, and then a cutout on the side and the front. So I'm going to do the cutout on the front I want to do first, because I can do that with 2 of the holes, try to save myself some time, or some steps. So I'm going to draw right here a box, and this box is 4 by 4. So it is a square. So it's a 4 by 4 box. So as you can see, the dimensions 4 by 4, and it is going to be it is going to be 2 from either the left or the right side. You can decide yourself. And then I need 2 holes. I need a hole on this side. I'm just going to put it there. And these holes look tiny. I don't even know if they're they got to be 1. Like they are centered. 1 inch in. I think they're 1. Looks like they're 1 box. So I'm going to say they're 1. Even that looks big though. And it is 1 inch in. And from the, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? I believe it is. So 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. The diagonal cut we're going to have to do is going to be tricky, because it's kind of a field cut. It's not a definite dimension. But these are, so I can actually line this up. Approximately 1 inch hole. Could be a 0.75 hole. I'm having doubts. 3, and then 1 from the side. And I'm going to have to share sketch this later, but I'm not worried about that right now. Just wanted to get them all in there. And I'm going to do the definite thing first. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to do this goes in 3. So that goes in -3. That's the definite. That's easy. All right. I'm going to make a sketch on this side face right here. And this is where it's kind of hard, because we got to kind of make some kind of shape that looks like this, and we got to close it off, but we got to get all the dimensions right too. Some of the dimensions are easy, like this one's a definite. That's 4. That's definite, rock solid. And this one's going to be 3. those two dimensions are pretty much rock solid. I know exactly where they are. The problem is there's not a real definitive of what these angles are or how far over these things are. Like from here to here, if I was to dimension this, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna skip that because I've got some definites I'm looking at. This spot is definitely at 2. So like this is a definite. This is a 2. From there's 2. So that's a definite. That's good. And then I guess we're gonna have to go off of that. This goes up just shy of 2. It's not quite a 2, it's just shy of 2. So I'm gonna say this goes up 1.75. And then this one right here is just over 1. So I'm going to call this one 1.25. And that's the closest we can kind of get with a drawing like this. It's got to be some level of estimation. But we're gonna go with that. So take a second, get those dimensions in, and then I'll hit finish sketch. I'm going to extrude this through. If I finish sketch, I'm going to extrude it through. It's going to give me kind of a look at it to see how it looks. It looks pretty good. If I go back over here and I open up my second sketch, this one, I can now take these 2 holes, cut them through and see if this looks good. I'm just going to grab those 2 holes and bring them through. And those holes they look too big. So I'm going to open that sketch back up. And I'm going to change these holes. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to change them to 0.75. And I think that's going to be a more appropriate size. We're going to hit finish sketch. And now I'm going to extrude them through and see how this compares. And that looks much more like it does in the drawing. So I changed it to 0.75. I'm going to turn the sketch off. That's looking pretty correct now. I'd say this is all good. And then I just got to put a hole in the top. We're going to spin it. 1, 2. Turn this on. And looking at the drawing, we can use a point or a circle. I'm just going to use a circle. The circle looks like it is 2 in diameter. So I'll make the diameter of the circle 2. And then it looks like it is centered 2. Oh, well, maybe not. Centered 1? It can't be 1. Oh, it's in the center of that. I see. So it's between those 2. So that means it's 1.5. I just totally typed 11.5. And that's quite a large dimension. It should be 1.5. All right. That looks good. And then it is centered in the object, so that is 4. So we have, for the side dimension, 1.5, and then 4, diameter of the circle is 2. Hit finish sketch, come up to the top, go right here, and we're going to go down, and we're going to click OK. And ta-da, we're all done with problem 18. And that's all of this first batch of problems. And after that, we're on to the more individualized ones that are based off of dimensions. So good luck with this first batch, and I'll see you later.